Tonight on NXT, we have the very first defense of the United Kingdom Championship, oddly enough, on American soil. And we've got the tag team division starting to heat up on its way to take over Orlando. All of this and more tonight on the NXT After Show.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Thank you for staying with us. Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV NXT After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm one of your hosts, the internet's Mark B. Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. Joined as always by the NX team, the wonderful, you got some good hair there, the one and only True Hobo.
I am always at the top of the game when it comes to hair and quality and conditioning
hair quality
and you know, volume. I've got a lot of volume.
Yeah, I'll say that. Sitting next to him, the one and only Bill Handstock.
Hey everybody, you can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica.
Thank you. You can find me on Twitter at Sundown Motel.
Find me on Twitter at Hobo.
Now that that's taken care of, tonight's show was an interesting one. We had two relatively short matches and a very fun, entertaining United Kingdom Championship match.
Very lengthy main event championship match, and two other matches that technically qualified as matches.
They had a start and a finish.
The bell rang. The bell rang again.
Twice.
To start it, to end it.
Absolutely.
That means it goes in the record books.
There is a timekeeper.
Yep.
It is his job to keep time.
The time
and he done kept it.
Was kept.
And that's something you can take to the bank. Thank you for joining us on tonight's Nope. So let's
You're
start.
not even getting it right.
No, what?
It's something you could bet on. Anyway.
I just want to get.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome, Bill. I don't want to.
The first
hey,
we
man.
started off with. No, you tell us. Because you got the notes.
I do. I got them right here. Look. The
They're
first
there.
match, we didn't really get an introduction of the other team, but we got Authors of Pain versus Anoa'i and Spears,
Yep. And
they got killed.
that was it.
They
You
got
think the Anoa'i is related to the Anoa'i family?
probably.
Because if not, they're going to be mad.
Maybe that was his first name.
Oh.
Maybe it's Anoa'i Jackson.
It's Anoa'i Goldstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Half Samoan, half Jewish, same curly hair.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Anoa'i.
Anoa'i.
No relation, I'm sure.
I like how you end up working that voice into an episode, regardless of anything.
I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you're allowed to do.
That's right.
This side of the table's allowed to, Mark.
You stay over there. You get to make Irish jokes, and that's it.
That's it.
Are you
That's
Irish?
it.
Partially. I'm also German, but I'm not gonna make
Let's go ahead and leave.
it. Anyway, Anoa'i and Spears get dumped into the corner, respectively, each across the corner from
I'm
each
glad
other.
they were far enough away from each other that they couldn't actually fall on each other. It's an important detail.
and kill each other.
That's how that one guy died.
That's how one guy died. Did that.
They hit the last chapter for the win, absolute dominance, and after the match they hit a Super Collider just for emphasis.
Yep. Just for nothing, really. They just didn't feel like they did enough damage. They had to pick some guys up, run them into each other,
They
and put them down.
Still had some pain left.
Pain in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got to write the second book. They got to
Well,
write the follow-up
it's
book.
like Strong Guy from X Factor. If he doesn't expel all of the kinetic energy that he's absorbed, he will
Perish?
retain it. And
Oh.
That's
It would
right.
be
They'll
very painful.
explode.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
They're not like big and heavy. They just keep getting
Yeah.
more and more energy, and they
Exactly.
don't expel all of it.
It's a sad story. They have to get it out, or it'll be extremely painful for the rest of their lives. So.
I tell a lot of ladies.
I was aware of how that could be taken, and I'm glad that you didn't let it.
So were the
Never
ladies.
gonna miss an
You
opportunity.
didn't leave the rebound.
No.
Put it right back
okay,
up on the
don't-
glass.
Everybody is aware on how the hobo can be taken. After this match, we get a look at Tyler Bate. It seems as though the WWE Network and the folks at WWE don't think that anybody watched the United Kingdom tournament, because as a lead-in to NXT tonight was the night 2 finals of the UK tournament. Just so you can kind of be reminded, last week we saw the same video packages that we saw tonight of Tyler and Trent.
Maybe the numbers were lower than we knew.
I think that what I got out of it was not that they don't think that people were watching. It felt more like the main roster tactic of, if we put this person's picture and video and name in front of you enough, you will then know that they are a big deal.
Big enough to deserve a video hype package for them.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It's like the moments ago thing, you know?
Yeah.
It was huge what just happened. That's why it's on all of our social medias. After the look at Tyler Bate, what a look, we got an update about Shinsuke Nakamura's condition. On his knee, he has been cleared to return to training in the ring, and
It's touch and go there.
Yeah, we were worried for a little bit.
Literally touch and go. The doctor was like, go.
Yeah, that was literally it.
That was good. I liked it.
Blowing the lid off the Wrestling Secrets Exposed. The next generation.
Are you?
This ain't your granny's stunt, Granny.
Wait a minute. Are you the masked magician?
You don't have time for my masked illusions, Mark.
Tricks is something a whore does for money.
Still,
I mean,
where'd the fireball come from?
I mean,
and you can get your free trial subscription to Netflix by going to www.netflix.com. They just give them for free. Our first.
Go to www.askyourfriendfor. Oh, sorry.
Or askforyourfriendslogin.netflix.com.
Well, you actually just went ahead and said it, but we'll edit that part out. This isn't live.
No, not at all.
no.
There's the first ta-da of the night. I almost said our first match of the evening, but it's not. Our second match of the evening.
Technically, second match of the evening.
Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Liv Morgan, and a partner of her choosing ended up being Ember Moon. To anyone's surprise?
Well, there were some alternate theories last week. We asked the panel who they thought was going to be the partner, and there were some non-Ember Moon answers.
Think most of us were rooting for Deonna Purrazzo, but it turned out to be
She's still her headless body is still feeling around in the dark, trying to find the head.
It's really tough when you don't have a head and you're trying to find a head.
Actually, when I think of what Deonna Purrazzo's up to these days, I just think about the broken back lady from The Grudge, just like all scuttling down the stairs.
First thing that comes to mind
Deonna.
when we talk about Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, sure.
That.
The Grudge.
The Grudge. She has a grudge. She's going to
does.
come back, and
Yeah.
she's going to be like, and like find Asuka.
This was a very interesting match because it seemed like, despite Ember Moon being like a last minute pick, she was the only person to maintain any sort of control in the match for an extended period of time. Billie Kay couldn't get an attack in edgewise without some sort of reversal until Peyton Royce interfered. And
It was at Liv Morgan's hand that Peyton Royce was allowed to interfere. If it weren't for Liv Morgan, that would not have happened. Ember Moon should be really pissed off.
there are several people that should be pissed off as a result of this match.
But this is also going towards the true wrestling logic of a dedicated tag team is always going to have an advantage over two singles wrestlers who are just tagging for the night.
Yeah.
And Liv Morgan looked like a real, B-level player in there because she didn't know how to keep her nose out of a situation to make it not as bad. She made it worse by sticking her nose in.
Do you think this goes back to the singles match that she lost to Ember Moon and maybe trying to include Ember Moon against these two, make her look like a fool, but unfortunately, she was made the fool?
Interesting.
the attempted revenge of Liv Morgan.
It's very much girl logic. I could follow that.
Hobo.
Liv Morgan's like, I'll show her, I'll lose this match for us.
Well, no, she just wanted to get her beat up and have her take the loss.
Yeah, and then be like, hey, I brought you in for this opportunity. You wasted the opportunity. Get your damn hand. No, more on that later.
Yeah, that's a different guy.
Yeah, sorry, that's somebody else. But this match looked like it was more to show the cohesion between Kay and Royce than any sort of Liv Morgan revenge story.
Yeah, Ember Moon was able to look very athletic, and she was made in trouble by the fact that the two bad girls were bad girls.
Mm-hmm. And as AJ0314 says in the live chat, Ember Moon's first loss on NXT, even though it was in a tag match. So she wasn't pinned.
Right. That's a technical loss.
Yeah. And that is a reminder for anybody who listens to us on iTunes or watches us on YouTube after the fact. We do go live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right after NXT goes off the air. So make sure to join us live, join the conversation in the live chat, because we do watch and listen. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. At one point in this match, Ember Moon did a sweet step-up head scissors where it was almost a Hurricane Rana, and she took her opponent over and then landed on her feet, and it was real dope.
Mm-hmm. Was nice, very old school. Mm-hmm. You can see that move usually reversed to the feet if the person knows what's going on, but it's done so infrequently these days that most people just stand up and as a result get taken over in the head scissor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ember Moon is so magical to watch in the ring. She's so much fun and has injected so much lifeblood in her matches and just surrounding her matches, and it's exciting to see where she's going.
I truly think, like, Asuka's in a class of her own, obviously, but I truly think that, like, the non-Asuka participants, Ember and Aaliyah, are, like, the class of the women's division right now, just because they're both so fluid in the ring, and everything that they do just looks like it. They move with purpose. They have complete control of their bodies. They know where they're going, what they're doing, what their feet are doing. Like, it's very impressive, especially when you compare it to some of the other people in the division who aren't quite to that level yet.
Right.
We're getting there.
There's a level of precision that's not felt universally that really shows who's at the top of the game.
Yeah. Give us more Aaliyah.
Please.
I'm pretty sure that's imminent. Yeah. A little bit more on the women's division. A little bit more. Damn it. A little bit more on the women's division later in the show. But first, we're going to go to the Performance Center to talk to No Way Jose and Roderick Strong.
And his
little buddy Roderick. Roderick. We got to look back. We got to look back at Sanity trying to get Ty back into Sanity, even though he keeps telling them no.
No means
guys.
no.
Take a hint.
Yeah, even though they beat him up in the back, and we saw Jose and Roddy make the save, now upon being asked why they made that save, Roddy decided to clarify that Roddy versus the world means Roddy versus anyone, and he saw it was 4-on-1, and that wasn't fair. He knows people like he knows people like that, bullies. He's not. He used to be like that, but not anymore. He might be. He might be. We don't know.
I used to be a bully, but we're not anymore.
It's
really...
Usually people aren't able to completely negate everything they say in like a one word or a couple word phrase.
It's truly an art.
And he managed to do it. Or am I? Mace completely takes away everything he says. Like, I'm completely serious. Or am I?
He's Gilly from SNL. They're just like, hey, Roderick. He's like, what? And no, I don't like Gilly either.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Yeah. The Roderick, without a doubt, shows everybody why he was called to NXT in the first place. Anytime he's in that ring, the bell rings, he turns on, and he goes to work, and he shows us his work ethic. Anytime they put a microphone in front of him, it makes me wonder which promo class he's in. Sometimes we expect a lot from Roderick, especially being thrust into the upper echelons of NXT so quickly.
And it's also the problem of putting him next to No Way Jose,
Yeah, because
who exudes charisma.
He immediately flip-flop that promo around. He was complimenting Ty, saying that he's the hottest thing in sports and entertainment, and he's well-respected in the locker room, and he couldn't let him go down like that.
Roger
Instantly!
just looked like, well, all right, that's, maybe I should have said some of that. Okay.
I think actually he was, the whole time Jose was talking, he was just like, I nailed it.
I totally got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it.
I got it.
Wee.
Because, well, and here's the thing is Roddy made it all about himself. Jose made it all about Ty, which is what the question was about. It's like,
Yeah.
Roddy, Road, listen.
Buddy, guy.
Like, if this is truly, like, sowing the seeds of, like, eventually, like, Roddy's just, like, super, like, because he did come in as a very bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, Austin Aries' like, little bully buddy.
Or did he?
His little lackey. Or did I?
Or did he?
Ain't I a stinker?
It's the most heavy-handed sowing of seeds I've ever seen.
No, but he came in as, this bad guy, and if he's like, Austin Aries is injured, I want people to treat me fairly, I want the people to like me, so I'm going to, even though it's Roddy versus the world, I'm just hoping it's going somewhere other than, like, I was a bad guy, but now I'm a good guy because my partner got injured.
I was a bad guy, now I'm a good guy, but I was a bad guy the whole time. And I told you. I literally told you.
Nobody was paying
I'm fine
attention.
with that,
We
though.
were paying
I'm
attention.
fine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. As long as it's not just, like... Because what's worse? Him, like, totally telegraphing everything? Or, like, him totally seeming to telegraph everything, but not being accurate about his own words?
I'm not sure. I just don't know.
We have fun here at the NXT
We
After Show.
loved No Way Jose.
He's
Yeah.
great. He's,
The point of this interview seemed to say that more and more people are getting on the anti-sanity bandwagon, and they're not going to let them run roughshod all over NXT.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Rough shot.
Next,
Oh!
next segment, we've got DIY coming to the ring. They thank all the mans and the women's.
Thank to the mans.
They thank the mans and the women's, the fans, for making them the match of the year. That's it. They're just thanking them for thanking them.
They were match of
Guys,
the year.
thanks for match of the year.
That was us.
Nailed it.
All us.
Yeah.
but-
I am podcast of the year.
Yeah.
Right here.
I mean, all not
In Burbank, California.
Boom.
He was on the show this past week. But DIY is ready for a not on ours. But
Mr.
they're
Burbank.
ready for a fight.
That's what they call him.
All of a sudden, we just hear Ellering's voice from nowhere, scared. Essentially, scare. Make peace with your loved ones beforehand. Hey Johnny, I love you. I love you too. We did it.
That's it.
They're great. They're
Fight
so
right
great.
now.
They've come so far in such a short amount of time. Like, they didn't have a lot of work that needed to be done. They were great when they came in, but man alive, just their charisma, their mic skills,
They're comfortable.
their all-around ability has just gone through the roof. And I think, like, it's a huge part of that is working with Revival for so long, because Revival just, man alive. If you watch that Scott Dawson promo from the Performance Center,
Oh, it was so great.
that dude,
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Katz knew what was up too. So what do you really want to tell him?
Yeah.
Yeah, just both halves of that. Like, if you can watch that whole video and say that Scott Dawson does not have everything it takes to be like a top champion in any
He's a
federation.
top guy.
Yeah, top guy.
Self-proclaimed top guy.
I love Dash too, but I mean, just
It's Scott.
but it's like you can't work with people of that ability for that long and not.
Listen, it either rubs off or there's something wrong with you.
Do you think Dash is still the green banana?
He seems to be. I mean, granted, it seemed like
it's a flashback.
Scott and Dash. It's not Dash and Scott. I mean, you really you feel the difference.
I feel it.
You feel that banana.
Feeling these green bananas.
So,
Yeah, boy.
so the Authors of Pain make the match. Well, Ellering makes the match for the Authors of Pain. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be getting.
Oh, yeah.
Feel it. In 2 weeks, we're going to get the Authors of Pain versus DIY, which is going to be their contractual rematch. But before any sort of...
trust those dastardly rivals to stay out of it.
Right?
Right.
Well, they didn't tonight, as the camera seemed to betray that someone was going to come out from behind. The Revival attacked DIY, and then DIY bolted, or excuse me, Revival bolted before the Authors of Pain
Just
had a
like
chance
last
to beat
week.
them up. It's just really weird, like...
Why would the authors rush the ring?
I don't...
Well, they might rush it to further beat down DIY. They're like, oh, now they're vulnerable. Let's take them. I can see their soft underbellies.
Maybe. But they didn't
Flashing
get
red.
anything. They didn't get a bite of any apple.
Talking about apples now?
Apples. I like talking about apples. Apple a day, you know, it does the thing.
What
Gets the
got
guy
over here?
gets the guy to leave you alone. That's how it works.
Couple of apples.
You eat an apple, a guy will leave you alone. It's beautiful. After this...
Golden Georgia barbecue sauce.
Oh, man. The KFC commercials are something special. Something special. After the attack, we get a look at Trent 7 again. And then after this, it's happened several times already.
7 times.
Seven.
Yeah.
Shout out to Daria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
After this, we get a promo for Cassius Ohno returning at some point.
Oh no.
To which he says, "If you don't know how dangerous I am, you will."
And you knew he was serious because he took his glasses off.
He took off his glasses.
Gone from Clark Kent to Super Ono.
I need a hero. After this, we've got William Regal. It's whatever.
No,
we've got.
I was gonna,
Thank you.
Dude,
Gonna
we
go
were all-
someplace
we were-
else with that.
We were all getting everyone else's jokes. It's fine.
No, I have to
It
know.
was like Gift of the Magi, but with jokes. I got his joke. He got your joke. But I sold that joke for new legs.
Give me a leg. Give me a legs.
Hey, give me your legs.
Oh, what's sold this then? Give me legs.
What's all these legs then? In the back, William Regal makes a triple threat match between Peyton Royce, Liv Morgan, and Ember Moon for the #1 contendership for the NXT Women's Championship. Now that's bizarre.
Take that.
People who lost.
Right.
Like that's the thing is earlier in the night, Liv Morgan and Ember Moon lost the tag team match. Now Peyton getting the pin makes sense as to why she is put into that match.
Sure.
But this would be a good place for Aaliyah. This would be a good place for Nikki Cross.
Still
This would be a
seems to have
good
a
place
dog
for
in it.
Daria Marinado.
Like, what's going on?
Mandy Rose
Mandy, definitely.
stranded in that stairwell with the grudge Diana.
But so yeah, what do we think about this match?
I'm just confused. I'm like, whatever.
Find you on Twitter at True Confused.
Yeah.
Bill.
Look, Lord Regal works in mysterious ways.
You just gotta drink it in,
The
man.
Lord Regal.
Yeah.
Lord
I
Steve.
don't know if I want some more Liv Morgan. I'm getting a little full up on Liv Morgan. If we could thin it out, that'd be great.
But she's not. It seems
So you
like
say you've lived to your fullest.
I have right now. Yeah. I'd like to focus on other things. I'm done living.
Look,
oh my god.
it is like 7 weeks to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's 46 days.
You gotta do some
42.
other stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just like I've determined the #1 contender for the title is Ember Moon, and they will fight in 2 months.
Yeah. You got to do a little bit of build.
No, but I think Liv Morgan is like the one thing that doesn't fit in that match.
Well, the past couple of weeks, she really hasn't been progressing. She seems to be stayed in a very Purrazzo-esque rut, aside from the missing head.
Right.
She's not like she got the one like surprise victory over Billie Kay, then got beat down, and then but lost to Ember Moon, and now lost this match. It's in a very peculiar place,
right.
and yet Ember Moon's not getting as much to do.
Well, Ember Moon's like on top.
Yeah,
But Aaliyah and Daria and Mandy and everyone else, those people haven't actually been on television. So
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Regal's only forced to go off of like who's on the sheet for tonight. All right, these are.
But do you find it weird that Billie Kay isn't involved in this match in any way? And triple threat matches don't no disqualification.
But by the rule of whatever the hell's going on, she got pinned by Liv, and
Okay.
Peyton pinned Liv,
Okay.
so that Billy's out.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Only room for 3. Boop. Nope.
Yeah.
You're gone. And Ember
gone.
Ember didn't factor into either decision, so Ember is in the catbird seat.
I'm just okay. All right. That's.
But you got 4 people. One of them took a pin by one who took a pin from another. So the person who took a pin from the person who took a pin is out.
But the person who
didn't
picked
take a pin or get a pin.
We're
is
like
in.
getting into cousins once and twice
Look,
removed
what
here.
what you do is you send the grain over with the fox because the fox isn't going to eat the grain.
Okay.
You leave
Okay.
the fox.
All right.
Yeah. How many oars are there?
Is there a scorpion? Scorpion's riding on the back. Right?
No, it's a different one.
Damn it.
That's not a riddle, it's just a parable.
Oh.
I'm getting my Sphinx riddles crossed. Let's get to our main event. Trent 7 versus...
Trent 7 walks on 4 legs all the time.
Trent 7 versus Tyler Give Me Your Legs. Bate, our WWE United Kingdom champion. Very dainty, delightful wave from Tyler.
He's such an adorable, tiny, wee man.
Yeah.
He's like the queen.
So we
became the queen at such a young age.
He's 9 years old.
Yep.
He's got a beautiful mustache affixed to his lip with spirit gum.
That thing's on there, too. I mean, really on there.
You can tug on it, it won't come off.
It's like Miracle on 34th Street.
He's 6 toddlers in a very tiny trench coat, and it's all
He
legs.
kind of looks like a toddler when you see him like
Yes.
head to toe because he's not fat, but his legs are so thick he looks chubby.
His resting state is He-Man figure.
right.
He's
I mean,
Fisto.
so is mine, kind of. But you just can't help it
But
after a while. You just get so
like
meaty. You
just
can't
taller than
even-
Tyler Bate.
Yeah. I'm like a considerable amount heavier than he is.
Right.
I'm almost Trent 7 weight.
You fit him
Like,
inside you. I mean, no,
Well.
listen. What I meant was like the Transformers guy that's like a human shell and you take it apart and there's a little transformer inside it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like you could fit him inside.
Thank you, Bill.
Because you
Thank you for clearing
can.
that up.
I
You
mean,
do both.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
We have just been making all the right moves today.
Well, as we say most every week, this has been the final episode of the NXT After Show. And as Jonathan Yeager puts in the chat, now it makes sense.
Oh,
This match was a completely different animal than what we're used to on NXT. This definitely felt shades of the United Kingdom tournament, which if you watched and didn't watch our after show for, I know it's been a little bit of time, but it was so much fun to do the after show. It was myself, Hobo,
really
Ty, and Steve Kaufman. Wonderful time. Go check it out.
And they showed the finals before the episode of NXT.
Yeah.
They did. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you caught that if you had nothing better to do. If you were waiting for the NXT to start, you caught the title handing ceremony.
like us, we had nothing to do.
Yeah, we were waiting for the network.
Yeah.
I mean, I was working
Well,
for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend.
everybody.
And it seemed like in this match, due to their being tag partners, there seemed to be a little bit more play, a little bit more feeling out of how they thought the other person was going to make the match go.
They're friends.
Yeah.
They know each other from training. They're tag team partners. They're not just gonna start throwing bones at each other. This is a gentlemanly contest. They're gonna test each other. Both of them feel, as in a tag team, you feel like you are a little bit the superior athlete.
Okay.
Just a little. Just keeps an edge on things. So you're always trying to one-up each other. Now you get two guys who are really in a tag team who get the chance to prove which one of them is actually better. So they're going to take a little bit more time and a few more opportunities to really suss out who the better of the two is. And we got to see that. It wasn't a complete, and we're going straight into all this stuff. It was One of them trying to see which one's stronger than the other. One of them trying to see which one's a little bit more technical than the other.
Seven just kept encouraging Bate to like go back for the shoulder tackle. He's like, no, come on, go, keep going. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
I'm still bigger than you.
And it seemed like for every
Is
strike,
that because he ate 9?
Yes.
worth it. It seemed like for every strike Trent connected with, Bate would have to deliver 3 more to have the same sort of effect.
Sure.
Ultimately, this was super fun. What did you think of it, Bill?
Yeah, great match. A lot of fun. 2 practitioners of mustaches going mustache for mustache the entire way.
Yeah. But one of them also had a beard.
Yeah.
He would have looked Amish without the mustache, though.
You would think that that would give you an advantage, but...
I mean, it seemed to give him an additional size advantage.
Sure, but it wasn't enough.
It
No.
seemed like he was overcompensating.
It seems like Tyler Bate's the real survivor here.
Soul
He
Survivor?
bested Pete
Yeah.
Dunne, which no one else could do in the championship tournament. And he bested Trent Seven.
Even with the 7-star. 7 hit the 7-star lariat. Couldn't put him away.
Seemed just to piss him off.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was frustrating for 7 as well.
Yeah.
When he hits the thing that's supposed to take a guy's head off, takes that head off, and then Bates' body grabs head, attaches head to body.
What
Down a promo
Medical.
again?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought what Trent Seven's fatal flaw in this match is true misstep was at one point he tried to go for a single leg crab. Can't attack Tyler Bates' legs, guys.
He's got legs for days. Literally.
He fought out of it. It was a relatively deep single leg crab. He still fought out.
I don't think so, mate.
And you can get your Gimme Your Legs shirt at nxteam.spreadshirt.com.
Yep.
That's right. This was so much fun. It ended with a back fist from 7, which just pissed off Tyler.
2 times.
Rolling front kick. Tyler Driver 97 for the win. Nice little wave and a bop, bop, ba-da-ba to take everybody out. From the show, a little bit of a shorter show. We're so used to full-hour shows, 58, 59-minute shows. This one only went about 49 minutes.
Yeah.
Nuts!
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Especially leading up to WrestleMania. We still have time.
Imagine if you were watching Raw or SmackDown and it went off the air at like 10 till. You'd be like, yeah.
As opposed to 15
18
after.
past.
God.
Well, SmackDown always ends on time.
Yeah. It's an overtime thing. You
not
can't go
allowed
into
to. They're not allowed
overtime
for
all the
overtime,
time,
Tuesday.
or that's just regular time.
Well, they've got several obligations. They have to start 205 Live as soon as possible.
Sure.
So just enough time for people to switch over to the network and then go, oh, did you see what happened on SmackDown? Doesn't matter, 205 Live. And then they start.
Who was that?
That was me.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah, I work for the network now.
You talk like that.
You're going to see...
Oh, criminy, welcome to the 205 Live.
205 Live.
I mean, I know they're
Oh,
going to
you
New
never
Orleans,
believe
but
the
that's not
things
for
that
a
went
while.
down on the SmackDown.
They had the gators down there. The crocodiles and... Oh, man. Oh, speaking of fun, loved Trent Seven just going, no! And like verbally abusing Tyler on the anytime he'll get hit. Stop! Ugh!
Bate had the headlock on him, too, and he just first utterance is, ow!
It made it seem so much more like we were like underground in a pub in Victorian England watching 2 people bare knuckle box.
It's also like 2 brothers fighting.
Yeah.
It's like you
ow,
don't usually want to tell your opponent what they're doing is actually causing you damage.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody you know, you just are so comfortable and you believe they're not going to hurt you as much that you can tell them that it hurts.
Do we just become best friends? Yep.
Yup. Somebody photoshopped their faces onto Brothers. So there wasn't really any big news of the week this week. This was just a fun show, despite being super quick. Before we go, anything you want to talk about? Like projects, hobos, or anything coming up for you that you want to spend a little bit of extra time going into? You're just at Hollywood on Sunday. How was that shoot?
It was all right. I wrestled DJ Hyde, so you're gonna have to watch out for that match.
CZW's DJ Hyde?
CZW's DJ Hyde.
What
Yeah.
can it possibly mean for
It was. I have no idea.
I guess we'll.
You really got
it
the
means
short end.
something.
You got the short end of the stick there because you could have faced DJ Jekyll.
Oh, you're right. Well,
Wicked. DJ Hyde.
Yes, I know. My.
you missed the air horn.
This has
The
been
only
really
thing
fun.
you missed. Beep, 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 beep.
Kobe. How would you?
Feel the lights going.
Shout out to our audio listeners that just got the crap scared out of them. Said the no. Thank you, Steven. Bill, what have been some of your favorite stuff that you've written for Uprocks this week?
This morning I got to write about Bella Brains, which is
The new show on the Bella YouTube channel?
Yep, where Daniel Bryan quizzes the Bella twins on common sense sort of stuff, and it's wonderful.
This is real?
Yeah,
Oh,
because they have their
I
own,
might
the Bella
watch
twins have their
that.
own YouTube channel now.
When did that start?
A couple months ago.
Like a month and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know things.
As an extension of their brand, the Bella brand.
The Bella Brand?
Yeah,
the
Bella
Bella
Brand.
Brand! They make a fine Italian cuisine.
But they've been the 3 installments of Bella Brains so far, and awesome, amazing.
Premium internet
Which
content.
one's smarter?
Well, see, on Total Divas, they actually took an IQ test, and Nikki was several points higher, which I was not expecting. I don't think anyone was expecting.
I think they wrote that.
But
No, it's reality. It's real.
It's real.
It's in the name of the genre of television.
so far
I'm
on,
one of those guys who doesn't think that everything's real. Like, this could be the Matrix. You might be a lizard man.
Is
I'm
that-
not sure.
That's the peyote talking.
Maybe a
I feel like having consumed every episode of Total Divas and Total Bellas, I feel like what I have gleaned is that based on their televised personalities and having spoken to Brie in person, I feel like Brie is sort of more down to earth and like has more like sort of world interpersonal common sense sort of knowledge.
Yeah.
Whereas Nikki knows more stuff about like history and like how the world works.
So they're like the Smothers Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Go look that up. Try and figure out how old I am now.
They're more like Donnie and Marie. She's a little bit country. She's a little bit rock and roll.
It's good.
One of them is a man.
No, but
That's
not
what
that
he-
part.
he's
Not
what
that
he
part,
said.
though. No.
Donnie and Marie.
What I meant was that Nikki wears a hat.
Well, which one of Donnie and Marie wore a hat?
I think the country one.
You'll have to stay tuned.
You have to find out. You can watch them perform live at the Flamingo in Las Vegas.
It's true. You can. Ladies Vegas.
No,
Lace Vegas.
Lace Vegas.
Lays
Potato
Vegas.
chip
Delicious.
Vegas.
Lace Vegas.
You can find all of our writing at withspandex.com. Not ours, but mine. At uprocks.com/sports.
You can find his writing on the bathroom wall.
I write
For a good-
soliloquies.
For a good time called Hobo.
Yeah, very good. Just shout, "Hey, Hobo!" Because he doesn't have a phone. Sometimes that pay to go doesn't work.
That's your alarm clock.
Sometime I do.
Sometime it do, sometime it don't.
And you can follow me on Twitter at @SetUpHotel.
And Hobo, where can the folks find you?
I'm waiting for the
bathroom.
music.
No, because I've got to talk about what I'm up to in wrestling
I'm
here on the network.
I'm on Twitter at True Hobo.
And we'll
And
all be at WrestleMania.
I just
And as of right now, we will all be at WrestleMania.
right. I just uploaded a bunch of wrestling videos to YouTube.
Yeah.
To
Go
which
check
account?
those out to Soapbox Card TV on the YouTube, and you can watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood
On the Fight TV app.
on the Fight TV app.
Brilliant. My name is Mark Donica. You find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. I'm one of the producers here for AfterBuzz TV's wrestling division. And man, oh man, have we had a big week. Just today on Xbox 12360, we talked to Matt Riddle, which was such a cool dude.
Bro.
Like, bro.
Did you riddle him?
I did not. That was serious. But yeah,
Serious
we
business.
had Matt Riddle on. We're planning a big WSX reunion show next week. Going to having a lot of people that were both in the ring and behind the scenes for that show. So make sure to stay tuned to Xbox 12360. And for making their way to the ring, we had Mick Foley on this past Monday. Such an awesome interview. He did it from the Christmas room. He's just such a cool dude, such a nice guy, and he goes off on so many tangents. You've probably seen some of the stories if you read dirt sheets, because they're picking up on a couple of the things that he was talking about. And this next week, we recently visited SmackDown, which was in the LA area in Anaheim, and we got a couple of great interviews. We're still determining who is going to be whose interview we're going to be releasing on Monday for making their way to the ring. But you don't want you don't want to waste a minute. Trust me, it's going to be great, and we're going to be getting the amount of people that Lillian gets a chance to talk to, and we get a chance to share with you, the fans, is wonderful. So make sure to follow Sean Waltman at The Real Xbox, Lillian Garcia at Lillian Garcia, and all of us here at AfterBuzz TV. You can follow me again at Mark B. Donica. Make sure to leave us a review on iTunes or a review on YouTube. Just leave us a comment down below. We really appreciate everybody watching this week's show, despite how short the actual NXT show was. But we're looking forward to WrestleMania. We're under 50 days, which seems to be absolutely insane. Thank you, everybody, for watching this week's episode of the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
I mean, we'll do it. We're still gonna see him. We're gonna see you next week. It's gonna happen. Bye, everybody.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
That ought to hold a little SOBs.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.